Yo, what's happening, everybody? What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Rick. We back, man. LIB Media, man. Came to drop a quick video for y'all. Pretty early in the morning, man. Had to go out for a low morning exercise, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay exercised up. Try to, get that blood flowing early in the morning, man. So you can start your day off right. Get right into whatever you need to do. So I came to make a quick video real quick. I was kind of thinking about it last night, so I decided to just hop on here and talk with y'all about it. So the new CFP, right? So the college football playoff this year, new format, teams moving around. The simple question is, was it a success? And the way I probably would define it as a success is probably different than a lot of the other people, right? A lot of other media people out there, right? It's not really about who actually won. To me, it's about how successful was the teams, or did they get the teams that they put in it right, in the right spots. And I would say, even though I've been a person that's been big on saying the college football playoffs should only be 8 teams. I always thought 12 was too much. I think part of that showed because I think some of the teams probably shouldn't have been in there. Like SMU kind of got beat down a little bit. Indiana, with the exception of those two teams, everybody else kind of played in a way where you felt like they could fight. Oregon, Ohio State and Oregon got their rematch. Ohio State won that, which because most people thought they should have won the first one. Notre Dame impressed a lot of people by, they beat Georgia and Penn State on their way to the national championship, which I think proved a lot to show, like, why having a team like that is good, right? Because Notre Dame came in there ranked 7. So last year they wouldn't have been a part of it, right? And so having a team ranked 7, I think, what was Ohio State ranked? Ohio State was ranked 6. So 6 and 7 made it. So none of those teams would have been in last year. So that kind of shows that, yes, you did need to extend it. But 12 could have been too much, but I'm going to hold that thought because I feel like going into the next years, right, about it, I feel like as they go into the next years, it's going to get better and better because they're going to start to be able to kind of tell what teams really belong and what teams don't belong. Like Boise State, for an example, they had a great player, and it was good for TV to have him in the playoff, right? Having Genty in the playoff was good for TV. Them as a full team, it was just kind of hard to see them doing much. But also, with the mixture of NIL and all these players moving year to year, right? Like Carson Beck trying to go to Miami and stuff like that. With that all happening, it'll make the CFP more because you're going to have more 1 and 2 loss teams than you ever had before because the playing field is starting to even out. And a 1 loss or 2 losses shouldn't mean your season is over, depending on who you lost to. Right. And even if you got 1 bad loss, like how Notre Dame had 1 bad loss, they bounced back from it and they look like a way different team. Right. And Ohio State had 2 losses, but then they had 1 bad loss. Right. The loss to Oregon, no one saw as bad. Oregon was ranked number 1 damn near the whole year. And then, they had the loss to Michigan where everybody was like, oh, Ryan Day might lose his job. That, that all that hyperbolic stuff, man, I wouldn't worry about all that. Like, truthfully, like, it's really like the man. I'm like, y'all gotta let the team play. Like, they say Ohio State had the highest paid college team. Like, they had the most NIL money in X, Y, Z, whatever the case may be. I would say overall, the college football playoff was more of a success than I expected. It was a lot of good games down the stretch. Like, Texas and Ohio State, Notre Dame, Penn State was also good. Notre Dame, Georgia was good. Texas and Arizona State became a nail-biter game as well. And even Clemson put up a fight against Texas. And Tennessee, we kind of expected more out of, but I don't think they were bad. I think Tennessee will be back next year. They got a good quarterback. They got a good system that you can run. They'll be back. So I think overall, man, I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, I think it ended up being like a like an 8 for me. Like, and that's good because like I thought maybe if it was 8 teams, you cut off the fat of some of the other teams, around the whole thing. And my only problem with it, what I would say is the teams were great. The positioning was wrong. So you can't you can have a team rank a certain way, but it was a different rank for the college football playoff, being like, oh, if you won your conference, you got one of those top 4 seeds with the bye week. This is what I think they should do. I think they should just rank the teams 1 through 12. The top 4 ranked teams should be the bye. I don't care if it's 4 Big Ten teams, which obviously it wouldn't be because they'll be playing each other, but just for the sake of conversation, if it's 4 Big Ten teams, whatever, they get the top 4 seeds, they get the bye week. Right? Now, if you cut it down to 8, you eliminate the bye, everybody just plays. I would love that. I don't think buys and all that stuff is necessary in college football. And as we saw, buys didn't do nobody no well because nobody with a bye made it to the championship. Right? All the teams with the bye lost. Right? So, hey, what the hell does that tell you? You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, outside of that, I think as far as if you're going to keep 12 and you're going to do a bye, the top 1 through 4 gets the bye. Point blank, period. And however you got that rank. So if it's 2 SEC teams, 2 Big Ten teams, cool. That's better than having a team that made it to the Big Ten championship. Let's say 2 undefeated teams make it to the Big Ten championship because for whatever reason they're not on each other's schedule, blah blah blah, because there's too much teams in the Big Ten, right? 2 undefeated teams play, 1 team loses. Now that team that lost is 11-1, and they're ranked 10 or 9 going into the playoff. That's not really fair. I don't really like that. So I just think that was the only problem because all of the teams with the bye lost, which should have told you something. But outside of that, I feel like in general, the college football playoff was great. A lot of the games was great to watch. It was better than most years where, like, I sat down and just watched Notre Dame and Penn State. That was a game like, oh snap, this is a game. I want to watch that. So it was good from the viewer perspective of just watching the games. But I think that's the only change they should make. And we'll see how it goes going forward, man. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this, man. I just thought it was interesting to talk about because now that it's over, shout out to Ohio State winning the national championship. That game wasn't as like, competitive as people. I think people once they got Notre Dame kind of gave it all to get there, and they kind of had nothing left, and Ohio State was just a super talented team. So they had, they got 2 running backs, they got star receivers, they got 2 edge rushers who probably going in the first round. They were stacked all around the board, and it was just too much for Notre Dame. But shout out to Ohio State for doing their thing. Little fun fact: they won the first 4-team playoff. Now they won the first 12-team one as well. Shout out to Ohio State. But y'all give me y'all thoughts on it. Do y'all think they should switch it up? But y'all think it was trash? I think it was good. Man, y'all let me know, man. This your boy Rick, man. It's LIB Media, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Your boy